And that, my friends, is the best place I found in Cambridge, Ontario, to get some quality meat. And so the sign says Pizza Hut, the original Lebanese cuisine, shawarma and falafel. But why I come here again and again is because of this. This is called kafta. So basically it's minced meat. Kind of like in Russian we have kotleta, right? Like where the meat is shaped as a circle. But in Lebanese cuisine they do it like this. So they take the minced meat and they make it look like a stick, right? And then they grill them. Super tasty. And they have some herbs in there. And so today's Friday. Hold on, let me just shut down that power drive 400. I thought I would throw it out, and I was not able to do that. So was spending each day, I don't know, at least 6 hours behind my load board. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today's Friday. I was really hoping for like Wednesday, Thursday to book something. I talked to one guy today. One guy has a load from Quebec going to Texas. I look at the dimensions. I plug in the dimensions into my permit estimate website, and it says the permits will cost, and you will need, because it's very wide, it was like 14 feet wide. It says pretty much in every state between Quebec and Texas you would need at least one escort. I think Texas was the only exception where you don't need any escorts, but everybody else you need one or two. And according to like the final estimate, and these guys, I find they always underestimate the cost of escorts. And so I look at the number, it says $5,200 US, permits and escorts. And then I look for how much they show for escorts, and in one case it says $50 or $200. That's a total BS. No escort will ever run for that. They all charge you at least like $350. It doesn't matter if it's 20 miles, 30 miles, you know, you book an escort, they have a minimum fee. And by the way, the first reason why I started recording this is because of this. Now look at the temperature. That's Celsius, 32 Celsius plus, right? And the past few days were really bad. It was super hot, so that's like almost 90 degrees up. And so, you know, I go sit near the Starbucks, because at least, you know, of course you sit in the car, you buy coffee, and then you sit in your car. And then I see this smart, you know, elderly couple, and I know them by sight. I don't know their name, but back when, you know, before this COVID-19 thing, I saw them pretty much every day at the same Starbucks. And it's like a husband and wife, and they both have like a phone or a tablet, and they would just come in and buy coffee, and they just will be sitting and doing their stuff, you know, reading their stuff, not talking to each other, which is kind of like funny, right? Like a married couple probably. And they just go there and they each stare at their own tablet or a smartphone. And so I look in the mirror, I see these guys doing a smart thing. They instead of sitting in their car, they park the car, and there's a tree right next to the building, and this was already like 11 o'clock. That's when the sun goes over the roof of the Starbucks and the shade disappears. You know, it's impossible to sit in the car without AC. But these guys, I see they have a couple of camping chairs, and they just put them under the tree because, of course, when the sun is right above you, you know, the shade is pretty much like this. It's very small, so you have to be on the grass right next to the tree, right? The shade does not reach to the car in the parking lot. And these guys, they have these comfortable, what look like comfortable chairs, and they have these holders for cups, and they're sitting there, you know, using their tablets. You know, I said, hey, this was like second or third time I saw them doing that. And then I remember talking to my brother about this, and he says, oh yeah, I carry, he says, even before this pandemic, I always carry a folding chair in my car. He says, comes in handy quite often. And so finally I decided to do the same, buy a folding chair. So I go to our gigantic superstore called Canadian Tire, and I spend like half an hour unfolding and refolding, various chairs and testing them. And I was able to, I was just about to give up when some kid shows up, and he works there. He was unloading something from his cart. How are you doing, sir? I said, great. Oh, good to hear. Am I in your way? I said, no, I already tested all of those. None of them are comfortable. And he says, oh, did you try these ones? He says, these are like oversized, they're bigger. He says, they should be comfortable. And he points me to the one big, you know, pack of these already folded in a carrying case that I did not, you know, chairs that I did not try yet. And so I tried those, and they're pretty comfortable. And of course, you know, the best thing is when a chair does not have any pipes right under the seat. You know, some of the cheaper ones, they have a pipe right in the front like this, right? And that's when, you know, it's not comfortable because your legs go to sleep very fast because they just rest on the metal. But the better ones, they just, you know, you have this fabric, right, which is very tight, and you just sit your butt in that fabric, and it's super comfortable. And so I like that chair, but as soon as I bought it, the rain started, you know, and it's like amazing. It's been dry, I don't know, the whole week. It's been super dry. As soon as I buy a folding chair, it starts raining. But the temperature, check this out, the temperature is not changing. It's still 32F, right? Super hot. That's why I'm running my AC. Well, at least my canna will be clean. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention about this, right? So I got this the other day, and I thought this would work because this is 120 watts, whereas my laptop only needs 85 or 87, and before it would not work. Remember, it was always cutting on and off. And now I have a brand new cable, which is a MacBook. It's the same, exactly the same cable as what I had before. So I just found a replacement, 25 bucks Canadian. So the cable is good. I never had any issues with this, but as soon as I put this in over here, it was over here, the light was cutting out, this blue light over here. When the car was not running, the light was cutting on and off, so not enough power. Okay, I started the car, and even though the light stays on, which means good, right? So it's getting good voltage, but I can hear my laptop beeping, like burp, burp, you know, like it does that each time the charging starts. So it's basically, it starts and then it stops, then it starts again. And so basically this thing cannot charge the laptop because, you know, my laptop is a 15-inch has 15-inch retina display, high resolution display. It needs lots of power. So even though it says 120, I think consistent is 110 or something here, I read somewhere. But so basically this is junk. It does not work for my particular laptop. But I threw out the packaging. I cannot return it. So but I'm gonna keep it because it has the USB connectors here, and so I can charge my phone. Probably it's gonna charge faster than if I use this. If I use these, see, like now I'm charging my modem for the internet, right? It's the same. So USB over here and USB-C over here, and so I think I can use this. If I put this in here, it might charge quicker because there might be more voltage over here, right? So we're gonna keep that, but it doesn't work with the laptop. So what does work is still this. Good thing I did not throw it out, but it's very noisy. Now there was a beep, so the laptop is charging, and this thing, everything works fine. See? So basically, if you have a MacBook, do not buy this. Do not buy these tiny baby inverters. They're no good. They're okay for a regular laptop that uses like 60 watts, but mine is I forgot, 85 or 87, so no good. So anyway, hopefully the heat will subside, and now I just need I'm gonna finish my lunch, and then probably go back to Starbucks. Even though I'm using my own internet, but you know, just I want to be closer to people. At least over there I'm sitting, I see some people come and go. I don't want to sit by myself in the car. And if I don't find a load today, I think I'll just go for a couple of days to Niagara Falls, because it's always the hotels are very cheap over there. Oh, some girl, my phone rang 10 minutes ago. Oh wow, so it's really coming down now. So my phone rang, and a young girl's voice says, "Can I speak to Serge?" And I said, "Yeah, this is me." "Oh, this is so-and-so with Oakville, Chrysler, and Dodge." And Oakville is a town where I bought this car, Dodge Challenger. And she says, "We'd like to invite you for..." I gotta shut down the adapter. Is too loud because it's so noisy now, right? So basically, she wants me to go to a special sales event to look at new cars. I said, "Miss, I just got this in December 2018. So in December 2019, this car was 1 year old, and in December this year, 2020, it'll be 2 years old. And I only have what is that? You see the number, right? 14,146 kilometers. So, which is less than 10,000 miles. So I said, I owe too much money for the car, so I cannot change the car. But I said, you know, give me another year, and when the car is maybe 3 years old, I said, maybe I'll change for a Hellcat. Give me a call. And she says, okay. Oh, these guys are just walking like there's no tomorrow. No umbrellas, nothing. But you know, again, with this temperature, this is like hot bath, you know? Wow. That's pretty good, but I'm just surprised that the temperature doesn't want to go down. You know, it's supposed to be like 24, 25. Some guy. I was sitting at Starbucks. Some guy comes over in a car, and we like one space. There's one space between us, and he says, and his window is open, and my windows are open, and he says, "Any luck with loads?" And I'm like, how can he see? He cannot see my computer, but he says, "Oh, I know. I watch your videos." He says, I hooked up onto your videos. I started watching a few years ago." He says, "I'm at the same post office as you." He says, "That's where I saw your car." And so we chatted a little bit. It was very cool. Oh yeah, so I started saying that. Got distracted. Started saying that load right from Quebec to Texas. So the permits and escorts realistically would be $5,500 US. So this guy is offering $8,000 US, and it's over 2,000 miles. And the load was not heavy, but I said, "Do you really think somebody will book a load where they basically getting $3,000 for 2,000 miles? You know, like maybe there's something I'm missing here. Like, what's the attraction? You know, why would I want to do a load like this?" And the guy sends me a reply by email. He says, "Oh, I just found a carrier that agreed to do this for $5,500 US." And like I said, let me remind you again that the permits and escorts on this load guaranteed will cost $5,500. And I sent him a message back. I said, "Grab this guy. Don't let him go before he goes broke." Because I said, whatever you're paying him, he will spend on permits. So grab this guy. Don't miss this truck. Grab him. And that's all I wanted to say for today. Sorry I cannot show you any tracking, but you know, there's no tracking to be had. So what am I supposed to do, right? So we're talking about tracking topics, about load search, about CAFTA, about chargers, cables. Like, what else do you need, right? Like, to be happy? I think it's a good video. Oh, and we mix in the weather. Extreme weather conditions. See you later. Thanks for watching.